Hey everyone, John here with Bing Ads Evangelist, and I am thrilled to be able to talk to you about the holiday. Now, the holiday is a big deal, so we're going to talk about an overview of what's happening. Of course, we have some cool facts to share with you on our network, and then we're going to get down and dirty with some great tips and tactics. Now, how big is this season? It's huge. $617 billion are expected to be spent. And further, when we look at when people are buying, turns out that 40% will be beginning their shopping before November, which means that right now we are in the peak season. Now, each person, if you look on average, about $738 is going to be spent. My goodness, that's a lot of cash. And when you look at what they want to receive and what they want to give, turns out that that number one thing is a gift card. Now, the last piece, when you look at all of the trends, mobile is a big deal. And this year is no different. 76% of people are going to be using their cell phones to help them buy this year. So keep that in mind when you're planning your campaigns. So why Bing ads? Well, for starters, in retail alone on the Yahoo Bing network, there are over 31 million searchers not reached on Google. Not bad. So we looked at the trends of the top shopping days, and we found some interesting things when we broke them down hour by hour. For Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and Cyber Monday, the peaks are at different times. For instance, when you look at Thanksgiving, the peak's around 3 to 4 p.m., so you can think of that right after Thanksgiving dinner. Now for Black Friday, it's a little different. That peaks at 5 a.m. People have probably been in the parking lot all day long or just getting up to start their shopping. With Cyber Monday, it's actually very similar to Black Friday, around 5 a.m. And when you look at all three of these days together, it turns out that Thanksgiving is becoming increasingly more important. So keep all of that in mind when you're planning your timing for your campaign, because it's never been more important. So what should you do? Well, 3 simple tips will help out. The first is to remember that timing is critical, and that means budgets. We just broke down those 3 top shopping holidays, and guess what? 2 of those days happen at the very end of the month, which means you really need to pay attention to make sure that you have enough budget before you leave the office on Wednesday. And it doesn't hurt to check in these really big days to make sure that you're not going dark, because who wants to do that when everybody's spending so much money? The second thing is to make sure that you're using words that work in your ad copy. We've created and done some awesome research for you, and there are some cool tools that we like to call heat maps that help you figure out which ad titles and descriptions work well together to be the most clickable. So definitely check that out. Another little hot tip from me on ad copy is to make sure to remember those gift cards. People want to receive them and they want to give them. And for mobile, make sure that you're highlighting deals and offers for people who might be checking prices in stores, and of course, store hours and locations for people on the go. And the last tip for you, that third tip, is going to be to optimize for Bing ads. I mean, who can afford to miss out on nearly 30% of your potential customers? Because remember, there are over 31 million searchers alone in retail not reached on Google. And so there you have it. An overview on how big the season is, some interesting insights on timing, and of course, tips for you to take it to the next level. If you'd like more information, check out our Holiday Hub or the link below for the SlideShare page. Now, cheers to you. Have a wonderful holiday season from the Bing Ads team.